How you doing? My name is Will Compton. I'm the co-offense coordinator at Oak Ridge High School, and I'm here for you without Chip Baker. Chip wasn't invited to hang out on the river with me. I'm recharging my battery right now for the Success Chronicles. You know, I met Chip a couple years ago whenever I was at Conroe Oak Ridge the first time as offensive coordinator, and he was over at Conroe High shortly after I took the athletic coordinator head football position at Rudder High School, where I spent 3 years. In the meantime, he was at Hearn High School, and we were able to snowball some ideas off each other. I remember, you know, I think it was 2 years ago, we were at a powerlifting meet, and Chip came up to me and said, "Hey, Coach, what are you doing for kids? You know, what are you doing for your kids to get them to buy in?" And man, I thought that was a great question, profound question. You know, for a guy who's a young head coach just like myself, you know, to ask me what I was doing, you know. But the thing that really hit me was that as I was asking the question, he was pulling out a pen and paper to write about it. You know, and we did some great things at Rudder. Did we win a whole lot of football games? No, we did not. You know, and that's my fault. You know, I take complete responsibility of that. You know, and I accept that. I accept the fact that, you know, the way that we performed on the football field was not acceptable to my standards or the parent standards or anything else. You know, and that's something that, you know, I accepted. You know, with that being said, you know, what we were doing for our kids, we were loving them up. We were putting into them exactly what they needed. They needed to be loved. They needed to know that there was a safe and secure place that they could go to each and every day. And that was the field house. That was athletics. They needed to know that there was a male in their corner fighting for them at all times. Whether it be fighting for them in the classroom, making sure that they had a place to stay, make sure that they had you know, some food on the table. You know, those are the things that we were doing for our kids. You know, the winning ball games, we talk about it, we would have loved to won more ball games. We would have loved to have been able to, you know, compete at the level that I envisioned and that the kids envisioned. You know, nobody starts the season thinking that they're going to be 1-9 or 2-8 or 3-7. You know, nobody says that, man, you know, if we could just go 3-7 this year, we're going to have a fantastic year. No, that's not the plan. You know, it's one of those things where you put your heart on the line each and every day that you go out there. You love it. You love what you do. If you didn't love it, you wouldn't be a part of it. If you love fishing more than football, go fish. You know, nothing against you, but be a fisherman. You know, I thoroughly enjoy building up young men, making them into something that can be productive once they graduate high school. You know, and at times, it's heartbreaking. At times, you love it to death. But it's one of those things that you have to do day in and day out. That, you know, it's your passion. It's what consumes you. You know, and every once in a while, yes, you have to go recharge your battery. You give out so much that, you know, occasionally you need to step away and you need to go put your foot in the river. You know, you need to relax when there's no cell phone service. I'm pre-recording this, by the way. I won't have cell phone service for another, I don't know, 48 hours. But you need to recharge that battery. But you need to be passionate about what you do. You have to love what you do. If you don't love it, if you don't love building up young men and women, if you don't love making them into, you know, something they can be, then why are you coaching? Because the stipend's better? That's not a reason to coach. You know, if you do not enjoy seeing the finished product, regardless if you're a junior high coach or a varsity coach or JV or something in between, boys, girls, it doesn't matter. If you don't enjoy that process of seeing that kid grow, then you don't need to be a coach. I'm not trying to be negative with you, but it's the truth. Love the kids. Love not what they can do for you, but how you can help them grow. A lot of these kids don't have fathers or mothers in their lives that can provide them the support that you need. I know this for a fact. You know, I brought a kid to live with us, my Kedron. My boys, Tristan and Levi, they love him to death. They call him brother now. Edie, the world's greatest coach's wife, you know, was someone that, you know, agreed with bringing in a 17-year-old kid. You know, it's something that's changed our lives. But that's exactly what he needed. You know, it was one of those things where, is he a good football player? Yeah, he's pretty good. But is that why we brought him in? I had already kicked him off our football team when I moved him in. I had removed him from our program. He was like one of 3 kids that I removed from our program. But he had something. My job with him was not done. My job was not just to win games with him. And so when you think about it, fellas, ladies, the kids there, they need you. Regardless of what school you're at, they need you. They need you to be honest with them. They don't need you to be buddy-buddy with them. They want someone that can help them grow. Maybe it's helping grow on the athletic aspect of it right now. But in the end, they need someone that can help them grow to be the person that they can be. And for that, for you to help them grow, one of my favorite quotes is, you can't give away what you don't possess yourself. All right, I'll say that again. You cannot give away what you do not possess yourself. And so you need to grow as a person. And the only way, in my opinion, again, there's a million different opinions out there. The only way for you to grow as a coach is you need to read. You need to spend some time, studying things that are not X's and O based, or the best volleyball serve procedures, or the best football, or the best how to run the the midline. It's not about that type of reading. That's great. That is great reading. But you are in a leadership role, and so therefore you need to grow yourself as a leader. Now, who you read, that's up to you. There are a million different types of leaders out there. You have to figure out what type of leader you are, and then start reading on how to grow that type of leader. Whether you're a rah-rah guy, or whether you're a person who leads by example, that's fine. But you are in a leadership role, and you're there to lead kids who may not ever have another leader like you in their life. How do you want to be remembered? That's your legacy. Regardless if you're coaching junior high girls volleyball, high school girls volleyball, or girls track, or whatever else, it does not matter. Your legacy is every single day that you interact with that kid. That kid is going to remember you. There's times you're going to walk in the supermarket and that face will be 20 years older and you won't really recognize it. However, coach will be the first word that comes out of their mouth. How will they remember you? Or will they go in a different shopping line? Will they skip your line just so they don't have to see you? Or so they have to interact with you? Because you gave them a negative experience of athletics, a negative experience of what type of leader they should become. These kids are growing upon you. They're growing because of you. Make sure that you're putting yourself in position to be the best leader that you can be. From Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Success Chronicles. Love you, Chip Baker.
Go get it.